Hello and welcome to the third episode of RimWorld with GamerMom. I am super excited to record this episode because it's the first episode on my brand new laptop. The potato has retired, the unwanted potato. It is gonna gather dust in my office instead. Wow, was it ever getting slow and crappy. So I'm really excited. I have a super new laptop. It's even a gaming laptop. It'll also be really good for school, but it's a gaming laptop, so I'm excited to have that and all the capabilities that come with it. So here we go, we're back on the rim with these guys. Let's play so they can start snoozing their way through the night. It was midnight when we stopped and left them off last time. I don't know if I mentioned last episode, but I have given these guys a name. So when we get the pop-up asking us to name our colony, I will have a name for our guys. Oh, there we go. Good morning, Bautista and Sheet-Torn Quack. Love your name, you 1,118-year-old man. Shadow's still snoozing. But anyways, these guys, I've decided, are going to be called the Space Dudes because I do often call them dudes as like a little nickname when I'm poking around and asking them to do stuff. So I decided that would suit. And since they're colorful haired people and they're queer people, like almost all of my characters on RimWorld, I've decided to name the base the rainbow base. So I thought that would be cute for these guys. Because obviously, queer-friendly channel. It's now in my new logo that I created. I've got a new logo. I've got a cool new background that I created. I looked up how to do like space effects. And then my logo is like a planet. So yeah, I'm learning a lot, even if with my channel being super tiny. I'm learning a lot, so I'm enjoying all the new little skills and tricks that I'm learning, and I'm having lots of fun. So let's see what we're going to do today in episode 3. We have a good chunk of our base assembled. We've got a little bit more of our main base area to work on so we can get these guys building. I think it's most important that we get our freezer kind of up and running. I'd like to get a cooler in here. We'll get power connected, get some walls up. At some point soon, we're going to have our first raid because we are on Cassandra Classic. And we already had our first threat, which was a mad rat. We still have the rat here to butcher. So what I'd like to make sure that we have set up is another bedroom for the guys, the dudes, the space dudes, so that we can use this area as planned as a prison, which also means we need to move all of these items into the fridge. So we're gonna have Sheet do some more mining. He's doing a little building right now, but maybe once he finishes building these stools, we'll get him mining. So where are you? Sheet, who I sometimes call Steel. Okay, he's on construction, so let's put construction to number 2. Get him mining. Oh yeah, because look, Shadow has started to mine because, what is he doing? Is he actually on mining? Or is he mining to build? Shadow hunting, fishing. He's not even supposed to be mining, so he's mining in order to build, which means none of his other high priorities are available. So he's coming down to number 4, I think, which is quite bizarre. Bautista is our cook. He's growing some stuff, so he should be butchering. Did we just finish this? Does it not have bills? It doesn't have bills. So here's how I like to set this up. So for most of my bills, I have it set up do until you have X number. For meat, I have it do until you have 40. You want to make sure that someone has a skill of at least like 3 or 4. Later on, you can bump it up to even a bit higher. For butchering as well as for cooking, because in the case of butchering, if you have someone who's unskilled doing your butchering, they're going to waste resources. So a normal person might get 40 leather off of an animal and 60 meat, but someone who's unskilled might get less meat. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. And then in the case of cooking, do we have a stove yet? We don't have a stove yet. In the case of cooking, once we get cooking, it's even more important to have a skilled worker, because an unskilled worker is possibly going to cause food poisoning for people. All right, so there we go. He's butchering, which is great. Do we have this set up to accept all foods? We want it pretty much to be all foods for now, except maybe meals. Great. All right, so the next one I set up is once they have at least 40 meat, you want to make some kibble for your animal. So similarly here, I've got it to set to 40. Want someone at least with a little bit of skill. And then what I can do is once we have like the basic meat and the basic kibble, I'm going to say do forever, so that like we don't have like animal carcasses sitting around rotting, because then that's a waste. They're gonna rot if someone doesn't butcher them. So that's what I usually do for the butcher table. Now, I wonder why Shadow wasn't researching. Do we need to set a project? We do. Okay, so one of the first things I like to research beer pretty early on. But before that, I like to research batteries, because it's really important to have a backup power source. You usually start with wind turbines as a power source, and they're very inconsistent. So if you're having like a rainstorm, it's going to generate a lot of power, and if it's more than your base needs, it's all going to waste. There's no batteries to store it. And then at other times, like right now, for example, it's hardly generating any power because it's a bright, sunny, calm day. All right, so somebody's cooking on a stove. Who's that? Is that Bautista? Yes. All right, let's get him a real stove so that someone can start to build. Actually, you know what? Let's stick with the, yeah, okay. But what we want to do here is, oh, yay! Okay, so here we go. So this is our faction information. So here we go. We're gonna have the space dudes, and this we're gonna have a rainbow base. Is it rainbow base? I wrote it down. Yeah, rainbow base. All right, there we go. I'm gonna save it. That's awesome. All right, so we have our name. Good job, guys. Okay, so what was I thinking? Before we have a stove, yeah, I wanted to get our cooler built for our freezer, because Sheet is going to be punching through this piece any second, and that means our area here will be exposed to the outside. There's our heat map. Yeah, as you can see, it's quite warm because we're not generating a lot of power. What we might want to do is create another power source that we can use for now, and then hopefully not need later in the game. Yeah, all right, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put it here. Oh no, because that leads to outside. I'm gonna put it, what was this room gonna be? I'm trying to remember my little map that I had. Is this like the med bay? I think we had a kitchen, med bay. All right, well, let's just, let's actually throw it here for now, because it doesn't even need to be indoors. Yeah, and let's see if she can get on that right away. No, you know what? Do this first, please. All right, and then, oh, and then we've got our little things are built. So these are really exciting. I just love these bits. As I was saying last time, they're pretty newly discovered. Oh, I'm going to pause. Transport pod crash. This is important in case it's a hurt person. You always want to pause right away. Unfortunately, it doesn't pause, which I'm kind of annoyed about. As much as I love this game with all my heart, that the lack of pausing for many of the events really annoys me. Because like in this case, someone's going to crash, they're going to be hurt. So if you're kind of, you know, walking around doing stuff or reading a book while your colonists kind of do their thing and advance their colony, you're going to miss something like this. So it's a good thing we're focused. So let's go slowly and let this person crash, and then we're going to check them out. Alright, paused again. So, who do we have? We always want to make sure, like, are they worth our time? Feel sad to say that, you know, we might just let them die if they're a terrible person, but you don't want to pick up someone who's got, like, you know, a psychite addiction, or who's, you know, 75 with a bad back, who's about to die soon and doesn't really have any good skills anyways, because with only 3 people doing all the work of your colony, it takes a lot of time. It's a big investment to bring in another person and take care of them. This guy, and you also want to check the faction, because for some of them you can capture. This guy is one of the enemy factions. So for him, Northern, yeah, he's from this faction, which we're hostile to. So they're one of our enemies. So we can capture him as a prisoner, which is good, because if he is useful, we can use him. Let's see if he's useful. Ooh, oh my god. Yeah, see, this guy might not be worth it. He's got chemical fascination. He's a pyromaniac, so if he's stressed, he's going to run around starting fires, which is not good. This guy will come after all of our drugs, which is bad. He'll ignore any directives not to use them. So, yeah, that's not too good. He's 41. He's not that old. His health, other than the injuries, isn't that bad. Oof, I don't know, man. I'm thinking, no, I'm thinking just let him crash and look the other way. Sorry to say it, but we don't want these traits. They are super unhelpful to us. Yeah, sorry, Baffin, my dude. You are just out of luck. You crashed in the wrong place. Alright, so let's try to remember what we were up to here. Oh yeah, we were excited and setting up our little food basket. So let's resume so these guys can keep building. Apologies to Baffin for letting him die. R.I.P. Baffin, R.I.P. We will remember you, you little pyro drug addict. So, in here, we want to get some food. So maybe this one can be for meat, because we have a lot of meat right now. So that's under raw food, meat, and it includes fish. We're going to have it set to important, which is great. They'll put it away. Sheet's already putting away the meat that was there on the floor of the freezer. Other people are going to haul when they have time. I think this was for these meals, the survival meals. So let's set that to important so they get hauled over. This is the only place for simple meals, so those will always go there. So really, we just have a couple more things that we want to get out of the prison in case we need it. Alright, so if this is our lab, we're using it kind of as a lab, as a dining room, and as maybe a mini workshop for now, and then later we can get a bigger workshop across the path. So we'll create another stockpile zone to kind of replace that stockpile zone. And I do have the presets, which is great. Let's try general storage. So it shouldn't have food and meals. No. It doesn't have plant matter, so that's very helpful. It does have raw resources, which we've got outside, so we want to turn those off. Except for wood. Okay, and that'll get all our items, buildings, chunks, not corpses. No, we'll not bother with that right now. Okay, great, and let's set this to important. So everything will get moved from this normal stockpile over to the new stockpile, and that will be very helpful. Actually, what we could do even is delete this, and then they'll get moved over possibly even faster. We're going to ignore these messages because it's just because they're not in a stockpile. It only counts your items if they're in a stockpile. Alright, who's our, there we go, Shadow is our researcher, and he's already researched batteries to like, 30% or so, which is great. Wonderful. Sheet, what are you up to? You're doing recreation for the day. That's fine. Didn't get to this cooler, so unfortunately things are open to the air. Now I wonder, how does this do that? Do they count as outside? I don't know. We'll have to see if these numbers change. They may change anyways because they'll be cool. But we'll see once we like close up the room. Let's try to remember to check if those change. Alright, let's see. If you've got enough recreation, yeah, you know what? Okay, I want you to work on this. You've got enough. It's early days. Oh, and you know what? I actually wanted to change their work schedule. Where is it? Ooh, yay! Oh, I love this kind of stuff. Bautista and Shadow are lovers. Ooh, they can have a double bed, so maybe we can, if we have a little more fabric or leather, we could maybe make a two-person bedroll. Now, was this the couple that had the bleeded stump? I want to know. Bautista pursued Shadow by telling a tale about terror. Shadow became aroused and agreed to become Bautista's lover. Great. Okay, were these the guys that tried to flirt before? No. Okay, this was Bautista and Shadow. So who was it? Was it Sheet and someone last time? Yes. Ooh, okay, so Sheet, you struck out, man. Bad luck, dude. Okay, and then Bautista. So did Sheet pursue Bautista? Oh, man. Oh, sorry, Sheet. You're out of luck, my dude. I've also realized, you know how when we were first choosing the characters, I noticed the age, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to take a few years off. And then I got distracted probably by his chronological age or other things, because I do that. I'm perhaps have a slight ADHD tendencies. Anyway, so we never did knock a few years off Sheet, so he's actually an old man, which apparently I've heard does make a difference when it comes to romantic relationships, so that could be part of it. Shadow is 50, Bautista's 53, so yeah, they're closer in age. So apparently the system, like however it's decided, whether they're going to accept someone's flirting and advances, is affected by age. So you will see like a 20-year-old with a 25-year-old much more often than you'll see a 25 with a 50-year-old. So it's pretty interesting. All right, well, that's really exciting. New lovers. Let's continue. Sheet, the old man, is going to be working on the cooler. We have 17. Oh, he's going on a walk. What's the matter? Do you not have enough steel? 41. No, you don't. So, I'm going to pause, and then hopefully let's try to find some steel nearby. If you could mine it up quickly tonight and get the cooler, that'll help our fridge overnight. There's some stuff right there. Is anything closer? What's over here? Ooh, we have some jade. That'll be nice for a bit later when we want to do some art. Sculptures and such. Got some down here. What's this? Ooh, plasteel. Very handy. More steel. We've got this we can deconstruct, which will also give us components, but I think for tonight, yeah, this is uranium. Oh, and more uranium. Neat. Okay, so I think for tonight, this is our closest source. We could like deconstruct the steel walls, but I would still like to continue using them. So let's set up some mining here. Sheet, I'm going to send you tonight because you did have a decent amount of recreation. Yeah, look at that. You're all played out. You did a lot of good stuff. These guys are hanging out, our new lovers. I think a double bedroll needs 85 leather or fabric, so we're not quite there, but we'll work on it. This is Panthera fur, this is light leather, so if we can try to find those type of animals, we can try to get similar, or if there's other, turkey has bird fabric. I'm really against killing horses. I really like to avoid it at all costs unless my colonists are starving to death. I'm like that in Minecraft too. I'm like, nope, will not kill horses. They're just such, I don't know, majestic and intelligent creatures. Not that all living creatures aren't intelligent or cute or smart, or I don't know, there's just something about horses, they just seem so amazing. Let's speed it up a little bit and we'll see Let's see, how much is he gonna mine? We had what, 41 back home? Okay, just a second, sheet. I hate this. I hate it when they mine, they're far away from the base, and they're like, yep, I'm going to go do something else. I'm not going to bother hauling it home. Where's that's fabric. Here it is. 41 plus 43 is 84, which is not quite enough. Can you do, oh, it's sleep time. How tired are you? You know what, can you just do one more sheet, please? And then you can bring some home. And I think one of our guys, one of our dudes, is an early riser, perhaps Bautista. Now, the only non-exciting thing about our new lovers is they are going to get a mood penalty because they're not sleeping together. He wants to sleep with Shadow. So he'll have a -5, but he has a +10 for being happy with the lover. Ooh, summer has begun, winter is coming. Oh, another set of guests. Geez, so many things happening. Okay, we'll send these guys away for now, but we will be preparing to have a space for them later. This is probably where, oh no steel went into this. Man. Now, while these guys are snoozing, I think I'll put it on like double, triple speed. I'm going to look around because there should be another steel deposit that got sent down with us, and often it's farther away than the main one. You have to kind of hunt around for it. And I hope I see it because, oh, it's not the steel, but it's a bunch of deer. And these guys are good to hunt, and they'll have us increasing our supply of plain leather, which will be really helpful. So we'll grab a bunch of those. Alright, let's see. Oh, is that him hunting already? Hello. Wow, great job, Shadow. Let's go to normal speed. Keep looking for that steel. Because usually I'll allow everything that's near the crash site, but the extra steel deposit is often elsewhere. It's often much farther away, harder to find. Yeah, I was saying I really hope I see it, because I always hate, you know, when you're watching YouTube and your YouTuber is looking for something, you know, and they're like, oh, let's try to find this. And you see it on the screen, and they totally miss it, and you're like screaming at your screen, you're like, it's right there, and they totally are oblivious. So hopefully you are not doing that to me at this very moment. What's this? That is just a rock. Because that would be very ironic, but a little bit sad. Oh, there! Okay, got it. See? So it was way down in this corner, and our crash site was in the middle. So let's see what the guys are up to. He's butchering, you're hunting, you're digging. So, oh, are you digging at the new? Okay. Yeah, alright, so maybe after you dig this up, maybe we'll get you back on building. But let's stay with you to make sure that you actually bring it home. So it's so silly when that happens. Let's speed you up till you're done. Hello, a little boom bat is saying hello, or a little boom rat. The boom bats are super cute. Alright, sheet, go back for that. Maybe I will nickname him Steel, because I swear I call him Steel probably, 20 times an episode and don't realize it. Shadow's busy hunting. Get some leather for your bedroll, Shadow. Then you and Bautista can hang out. Alright, Bautista's doing some cooking. 1 piece of lynx meat. Interessant. Ooh, uh-oh. Yeah, stuff is rotting away in storage. But Sheet can now build, so he's going to do some power, and hopefully he will get to this fridge. What you doing, buddy? No! Build this, please, you goofball. Nice. Okay, so we've got 170 now. That's perfect. So he can build that. Then he can build this power generator. Do we have wood to put in it? We do not. So, let's cut some trees. Who's our tree cutter, and do they have it as a high enough priority? Bautista, let's do that. As long as there's nothing to cook or butcher. Alright, okay. Oh, he needs to make some kibble. Right, so, kibble, once we get some kibble made, what we can do is have a zone for it. Now this is going to be the actual kitchen, and we're going to move the butcher table over here when this room is done. So what I like to do is have the kibble right by the door. I'm going to have it be just kibble. Don't want to see any of this. Kibble. There we go. Alright. So, and then what we will do is, thank you, Bautista, excellent. So what we will do is, now that, what's our dog's name? Cowgirl. Now that Cowgirl is able to eat, ooh, is she about to eat the food? She's wandering. Okay, why don't we leave it, I'm going to leave it paused so that she will actually eat the kibble. So what we do for animals, I'm going to go manage areas, got our base area. Oh. Remind me to expand that in a second. And I have like my color codes for everything. Well, it's kind of a greeny. I like to get, oh, I'll save purple for later. I'll save green for okay, so I like to do blue for pets, green for animals. Purple is often like guest related things. So we got our blue. So what we need to do for the pets area is, it can pretty much be like your whole base, like it can be a big area. So let's have it be like this maybe, and then here. I love my new computer so much. It's so fast, the screen is so big, the colors are so nice. Alright, and the main thing we want to do with our pets is keep them out of the freezer and keep them away from the butcher, the bodies that are on the floor to be butchered. And we'll keep them out of the kitchen too, because this is going to become our kitchen. We'll keep them out of the dining room. We'll probably want to keep them out of the bedrooms and stuff too. We can keep them out of the prison. Okay, but we want to make sure to keep a little space here in the butcher room. I often make that like their little, you know, hangout zone, where they can have their kibble, and often a little sleeping spot on the floor. So that's all set for the pet zone. So Cowgirl, you are now restricted to this area. Alright, so get out of there, please. Thanks. Sheet, what you up to? You're hauling steel. Alright, that's fine. Actually, what I might do, I'm going to make a little secondary zone here with the same settings as this. I always hate it when, you know, if they're going to be building here and they haul to this other area, although he's going to be building there, so it kind of works, but it's nice to have multiple areas. I especially do that with wood, because if someone's like cutting trees over here, I like them to keep it over here, so I might create like one little wood square. And same thing over here, over here, over here, all around the outside, because eventually I'm going to put a big wood wall all around the perimeter of the base. And if I like spend all the time and energy carting it into the center of the base, I'm just going to have to spend all that time and energy carting it back out. Our fish has rotted. Oh yeah, let's set this down to a low temp so that it's actually freezer temp. How's this meat? The venison, 92. So right now it's at 1.9 days. Hopefully this number will change. Oh, and there we go. There's our first raid with an actual person. So I'm going to save. And what I do here, I'll do the Space Dudes raid, because I like to label it. Okay, so that's saved. Let's check out what we have. Prepare for a while, then attack. So this is common during the first raid. They often don't just jump out and attack you right away, which kind of gives you a bit of time to prepare a defense. Let's see where they're coming from. Oh, interesting. So he's going to have to go around here to come down to our base. So now let's check out if Crocodile is worth capturing, because they may be a pyromaniac or a whatever. Alright, you're a slow learner. Meh. It's not great, but it's only 75, so I think that means they learn at 75% the speed, not that they learn at 25% the speed. I'm not sure. Masochist, they like getting hurt. Meh. That kind of works out, honestly, because then in a battle, they're happy after the battle. It's kind of like bloodthirsty is another trait where they're happy after battles. Jogger is really helpful. They move really fast, but that's only if it's on your side. If you're fighting against someone who's a jogger, that's really tricky because they're going to move really fast. And that's why I really like the run and gun mod that I have, because otherwise they just kind of like run right at you, and often the first raiders have like a melee weapon, like this guy's got a knife, and they don't have guns, so you really want to keep them as far away as you can and just use your ranged weapons. So let's look at Crocodile's traits. Yeah, not too bad. Cook, good cook. Plants and animals are good. Artistic, good. We can have an artist. How's your health? Scratch, scar, that's not too bad. Okay, you know what? You would make a good prisoner. So, hopefully, let's think smart about how to do this. What I might do is, instead of having Bautista attack with his, oh no, wait, who's our hunter? Shadow. Instead of having Hunter, Shadow attack with his rifle, he's currently hunting, I might just let him continue to hunt, because I think those were in the opposite corner. Oh, he's just finishing. Okay, whatever. So what I might do is have Sheet attack with his revolver, because it's less likely to like kill the person dead. We could even have Bautista help out with his knife, because melee weapons are a really great way to attack your enemy, your raider, and not cause permanent damage, because if you want to capture them, you actually don't want to cause too much damage. You just want them on the ground so that you can capture them and then heal them and have them join your colony. So we've got a lot to do to get ready here if we want to make this into a prison. We've got to uninstall the bedrolls. Let's see if we have enough. Bautista's carrying some. 29, 28, oh, that's light leather. 29 and 28, so that's just over 50. It's like almost 60. Yeah, because we can make that double bedroll sooner rather than later. Okay, let's leave one of the bedrolls. We're going to make it not Shadow. We will move these two bedrolls. Now, do we have another room ready? Not yet. So they are going to move temporarily into the workshop. Actually, let's do Sheets, and then it can stay assigned to Sheet. And then if we end up making the other bedroll by tonight, maybe Sheet, once he's done with the raid, he could possibly finish up this room. Although it is... Oh, this is a problem. Look at this. We've mined this, and then it's attached to the outside. This isn't going to work. I'm going to reset this so that we're not cooling the entire outdoors. That's a problem. Okay, we'll worry about one thing at a time. So, Sheet's in the middle of the building. That's okay. Shadow's been hunting. He's got the leather. We're good for cooking. Construction and mining. Okay. Now, unfortunately... Oh, yeah, and we have some time. You know what? We have some time. So, I think what I'm going to do is fix the freezer. I'm going to grab a few of these steel walls that we've been using. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to get Bautista to slot these in, because that's a priority, is getting our freezer operational. We'll add the fourth. We don't really need the fourth, but we will add that. All right, Bautista, leave that leather there because this is much more important. And I want you to do 1, 2, and 3. Sheet, you can finish that. And I don't think it's worth it to try to build any like sandbags or anything at this point. Later, when we have kind of a more defined area for the baddies, we'll have like a kill box and sandbags and whatever, but for right now, too much is just open everywhere. We do have these nice little buildings that we can use. We can maybe hide behind the corner here or something like that. So once it says that Crocodile is attacking, we will send Sheet up here. We might have Shadow stay handy in case we need him, but we're going to try to just use the revolver so that we don't hurt him, and we'll see if we want to use Bautista and his knife perhaps as well. Okay, so let's just continue on slow speed, and we'll wait for that message. We'll get as ready as we can. Alright, so Sheet is done. Oh, he's going to help with the last wall. Perfect. Shadows drop that off. So what we can do, he's eating 28, 29. I don't know if it'll let me build it without having enough materials. Plain leather. Yeah, we can at least set it up. Here you go. So that as soon as it's ready, even if we're busy, you know, in battle, if somebody else can build it. Because I think Shadow, he's an okay builder. Now, Bautista, you're our butcher. Oh yeah, Sheet, okay. Yeah, why don't you try to finish this room, Sheet? That would be great. No, you know what? This priority. Oh, no wood. Okay. Got those 2 trees. 92. Let's see if we can find a full-grown tree to chop. Great. I love this mod as well. It color codes your trees so that you can see which ones are at full maturity, the white ones. You would kind of think it's green, like it kind of, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, the green ones are good. But it's actually the white ones are the most mature. I am going to be posting a mod list, like a full mod list in the descriptions that have all the different names of the mods, so that everybody can know what's what. Alright, so for now, build that. Okay, you know what I'm going to do for now? I'd really like to have this room. See, there we go. We can use our little trick there with the minified items. Perfect. So that way we'll have a butcher's room, and then they'll finish these walls here. Bautista's got one. Great. Then we can have our freezer working. It's not too bad, but it's not great. Oof. Okay, now that it's enclosed, that should really help a lot because we just finally enclosed it. So that should really help. Alright, need defenses, low food. We have 4. What about these? Oh, that's really important. Oh, and he's got to build the roof. That's important too. Okay. So much to do. We're going to do this. We're going to haul the meals. Hey, wait a minute. What do you mean? Oh, that was for herbal. Oh, did I not set up a, okay, just a second. I thought I set up one for each food because I remember talking about the piles and how it bugged me when they put them side by side the same. But I guess I didn't do that. You technically don't need to keep survival meals in the fridge. It's just kind of handy to keep all your meals together. Okay. There, because the thing is, we really want to get them out of the prison because any food that's in the prison becomes the use of the prisoner only, like alone, for them. Which means you can no longer haul it out of the way. Alright, so we're going to let Sheet do the building. What's Shadow up to? Shadow's hunting again. That's okay. We'll make sure he gets enough. Bautista, I'm sorry to interrupt your walk. I'm going to have you haul the food. Have some tea. Still working on my non-COVID cold. Hopefully I'll be better by Monday because I start my new semester on Monday. I just got one of my textbooks by mail today. Very exciting. I wanted to get this episode and possibly a 4th episode wrapped up before I start my new semester because it'll get busy real quick. But there's always time for RimWorld. I'm too addicted to not play RimWorld. If you recall my my save list, you'll notice that I start a lot of games. I don't see them through for very long. Like I have games, like I have a new game almost every like week or two. Oh, and there's our raid starting. Okay, so I have a new game starting almost every week or two. I'm gonna save again actually. But yeah, so I don't see them through. Like I'll start a new game because I really love this part, like the building and the planning your base and all that. I find really exciting and fun. But then over the long run, it gets a little less interesting. But I'm hoping this one will be more fun because it's got all this extra stuff with, you know, recording it and chatting with you guys is fun. And also, I'm going to be staying on Cassandra Classic, so it'll be more challenging. A lot more will be happening. Like Phoebe Chillax is very chill, especially if it's only on the 1st level of difficulty. But Cassandra Classic has a lot going on. Alright, so here is our first raid. So we will send Sheet up. Hide behind this building. Shadow, maybe we'll let you drop off that dough for Bautista to butcher and get enough material for this so he can build your bed that you're going to be sharing. Oh, Bautista, why don't we have you uninstall this and then we can make this our prison after you butcher, right? That's cued. Cued. Yes, perfect. Okay, so let's play. Keep an eye on our dude up here, our bad dude. Always going around the river. Yeah, that's the thing, like often the river is in the way or the trees, or sometimes it's hard to tell the path. Alright, we'll still go with that. Shadow, why don't you leave that animal right there? Bautista can still grab it. And why don't you come up here? We're going to keep you like a little farther away from the action than Sheet. Now, do I have my running gun turned on? Yes. I used it for the mad rat. Where is Crocodile going? What a nut. Okay, well, we'll have Sheet go over here. Is there a bridge? No, we haven't built a bridge yet. Maybe they're just trying to find... Oh man, they're so fast. They've got that jogging thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, get them. Oh, Shadow is in on the action, so we'll have to be really careful not to... Maybe what we'll do is keep Shadow for now, but if the injuries, like as the health gets low, we'll send him away. Okay. Bautista, I think just yeah. Can you haul that? And then butcher, please? And then make the bed. How exciting. Okay. Oh, and my, see how they have colors? It's because of the Avoid Friendly Fire mod. So we'll move Shadow down to like here, because right now he's like, I can't shoot this dude. Sheet's in my way, and I don't want to hurt my friend Sheet. So, there we go. Okay, and Sheet, I think I'm going to have you back up. This dude is coming in quickly. Okay, another good couple of shots. Okay, so we're going to send Shadow away. And hopefully Sheet can take care of the rest. And hopefully not hurt him. Sorry if it's annoying to pause after every shot. Just want to make sure that I can react. Okay, here we go. Oh, yes, perfect. Yes, yes. Excellent. That's so exciting, guys. We did it. We've got our first prisoner ready to capture. So, if you want to capture a prisoner, you always have to make sure to have a bed that's selected for prisoners to make a prison cell. Oh, we're going to have to change this door. Maybe what's Shadow up to? Shadow, you can come and do this. And when Bautista finishes the bed, or when Sheet comes with the prisoner, somebody can build a stall door. Oh, I'll have to add it later. A stall door so that it all becomes one prison cell. Also, before I forget, because I've done this in other games, I need to add a new bathroom. So, what I will do is I will put it here for now, because similar to the food, anything in the prisoner's space is for their use only, and it stops being accessible to colonists, like completely. They can't even use the same bathroom, which is a little bit silly because like in real life you could, if you were having someone held a prisoner in your spare bedroom or something, and they had a guest bedroom or a guest bathroom, you could totally use it. But like many things that are unrealistic real life compared to RimWorld, you can't use the prisoner's bathroom. It is only for them. So you need the bed, you need it clear of anything that you want to use. It has to be enclosed, like it can't just be like a spot on the floor. You can have, you don't have to have like a bed. You can have a sleeping spot, and I'll often throw down a sleeping spot or two, because sometimes what I'll do is I'll like set this to medical, because when they first come, you'll want it to be medical because they're always hurt, right? Because you've attacked them. And sometimes I'll forget to keep an eye on them if things get really busy, because once they heal, they can't sleep in a medical bed and they will just like pass out on the floor. Then they won't be really happy and they'll be less inclined to want to join your colony. So it's good to like throw down an extra sleeping spot, because it's slightly better than just sleeping on a floor for some really strange reason, because you're still sleeping on the floor. But yeah. Okay, so we have a medical bed, cell, bathroom, everything is ready. Who is our doctor? We're gonna have them standing by. Bautista. 4 for Shadow, 5 for Bautista. Oh, and Sheet's got 5 too. Okay. Bautista is going to be building that nice bed for himself and his new lover. So, okay, we will maybe have Sheet do the doctoring. Alright, so what I'm going to also do is undraft Sheet before he captures Crocodile, so that he will have the option to tend to Crocodile in the medical sense immediately. If you don't undraft them, they'll capture the prisoner, they'll deliver the prisoner to the bed, and they'll stand there. They'll just stand there awaiting future orders, right? Because they're still on guard. But for this, so, oh, he decided he wanted to sleep instead. I do not want you to do that. What's Bautista up to? You know what? He's near the medicine, so I'm going to trade. I'm going to have Bautista tend to Crocodile. Sheet, you are going to build this bed. Shadow has seat scammed your bed. What a little stinker. Can Shadow build? Shadow can build. So, you guys are going to have some teamwork here to get things ready for the prisoner. Bautista's going to be... Oh, that's why. Okay. We had a bunch of trees over here. Let's try to find one a bit closer. Hopefully Shadow can chop wood. How much wood can a shadow chop? If a shadow could chop wood. Plants 1. Okay, well, what about Sheet? Plants 1. Okay, you know what? Sorry, Shadow. You're going to have to very slowly chop this tree. We will assign you to plant cut, even though you're bad at it. I usually do that with construction. I'll put everyone on construction, even if they're bad at it, because, you know, You always can maybe have them uninstall a wall and put it on another wall. It actually doesn't require any construction skill. Alright, Bautista's grabbing the medicine. Who's this? These animals are like, I would like to sleep right near you. Our fridge doesn't have enough power to run. Oh, that's because we need wood for this too. Okay, we'll fix that in a minute. Maybe Sheet can, oh, maybe Bautista. He's our tree cutter dude. Yep, so maybe he can do some wood chopping before... No, Sheet, no, Shadow stole your bed, therefore you couldn't use your bed. Ah, you guys, you're playing musical beds. Okay, Sheet, I'm going to tell you to stop. This is another mod, TD Enhancement Pack. So you can say, stop, I want you to do something different, which wakes them up and gets them in their bed. If you didn't have that mod, you could just draft them and undraft them, but the stop button gives you another option for that. Alright, so how's our prisoner doing? Health. Oof, death in 8 hours, that's okay. Dr. Bautista's on the job. Shadow's chopping away, you can create a bathroom door. And I think once they turn in for the night, we'll wrap up this episode. It's been over 45 minutes, which is the time I usually like to keep my episodes to. I might do a little cutting, but keep most of it in. Hopefully you found it interesting enough. Okay. Shadow, thank you. So this I can use to stop, because if I tell him to do the door, he's going to be like, there's no wood, because he's carrying it. So if you say stop, he puts it down, and then he can do the door, because he'll see that there's wood available. He's going to drop off the extra. Alright, fair enough. And let's, so this can be for Bautista and Shadow, so let's make sure that's assigned. Bautista, I'm sorry, I know you'd like to rest, but I would like to have a not super hot dorm overnight, so I'm going to have you chop some wood so that it goes in the wood-fired generator. Awesome, thank you, Shadow. Great, so we have our stall door, so Crocodile has a really nice prison cell with a little bathroom. I'll have to remember in the morning to make this new bathroom. I think Sheet is assigned to construction again. Yes. So he should do that. Okay, before you wash, can you do this, please? Thank you. Stick it all in there. Awesome. So that'll help us get some temporary power until the wind turbine starts working again. Amazing. And Shadow and Bautista get to snooze together. Super cute. Okay, now he's washing. Awesome. I know you're drowsy. Thanks, everybody. Oh, and he's got a poop in the open. We'll just let you go off screen, Bautista. We don't want to see that. We're gonna let you have some privacy. Yeah. So unfortunately, he does get a mood. Yeah, he will get a mood penalty for this. Nothing we can do, really. We had the prisoner come in and use that bathroom. That's why I think it's a bit silly that, you know, because he could totally go in there and use the bathroom, but oh well. So we'll get on that first thing in the morning. We'll get Sheet on that. So, good night, Bautista and Shadow. So cute. Sorry you have to share a room with Sheet. I always find that a little funny because you will sometimes see little hearts over the bed of lovers, and they are having some nice cuddly lover time together, and it's like, I'm glad you don't mind there's someone sharing a room with you, but I feel bad for them, so we'll get them some private rooms as soon as we can. But first things first, a bathroom. Alright, well, we're going to leave things here for tonight. We've got our new prisoner, Crocodile. We are going to try to recruit them. 24 resistance remaining, 74% recruitment chance. Pretty difficult, but I think we can manage it. And we'll do all of that in the next episode, episode 4. Can't wait. I am so excited to have my new laptop for this. Thank you very much for joining me. my all 2 of my viewers. I did get 2 views on my very first episode, which my son and I were joking about right from the start. I said, I'll have 2 people. He said, Mom, I think that's a little generous. I said, well, we'll see. So there you go. I did have 2. So thanks so much for that. The 2 people who did watch, and to anyone who is watching this episode as well. I hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time.